Fortnite Chapter 2 stirs a lot of controversy because everyone thinks that Chapter 1 is better, but I'm here to explain to you why it actually puts up a good fight with Chapter 1 and why we should consider this to be the best stage of Fortnite. So late Chapter 1, Fortnite got pretty bad. Season X was not great, the mechs kind of ruined the game. Everyone was ready for a new map, everyone was ready for a change, everyone was really tired of it. And that's when the Black Hole event happened and Chapter 2 Season 1 occurred. And that was great because we definitely needed a new map. And I'm gonna make some claims about this season. This was the first season of the chapter, and it really set the stage. We had new mechanics, we had fishing, we had swimming, we had boats in the game, a whole new map. Like the map, I'm gonna make a claim here. The chapter 2 map was better than the chapter 1 map. I'm not gonna lie. I fully played chapter 1, by the way. I'd played since like season 2. I played a little bit of season 1. The only thing that the chapter 2 map was missing is just the different biomes. But as the seasons progress, those different biomes did come into play. But I think that the chapter 2 map, just at its base form, was better than the chapter 1 map. Alright, and chapter 2 season 1, we got the new map. Nothing was too crazy about it. I think that this was a pretty good first season to start. It definitely lasted too long. Definitely needed to be done a lot quicker. It went on for like 4 months. But I think that this was a good starting season for this chapter. And it really stood the test of time. I mean, like, I feel like this season was better. Like, if you take nostalgia out of it, chapter 1, season 1 was really not that good. Other than the fact that just everyone was bad at the game and the game was just releasing and we just realized how fun it was. Like, it wasn't that good, but everyone's like, oh, season 1 was so great, prime Fortnite. I mean, yeah, the gameplay was great, but like, if you just take the nostalgia and all the skill of the players out of it, like, it just wasn't that great. So I think that this season holds its own. I think that this was not one of the greatest, and the best part about it is I think that this is not even one of the best seasons in Chapter 2. This is probably one of the worst, and it's still, like, not bad. So that's why I feel like Chapter 2 is a little bit better than Chapter 1. But let's go on to Chapter 2, Season 2. This was a fantastic season. I don't even have to explain it to you. I'm not even going to go through it. The game changed so much. I remember I didn't really play Chapter 2, Season 1. I played it a little bit, but I didn't play it a lot. I remember when I came back and I saw henchmen and weird mechanics, I was like, what is going on? I was so confused about how drastically the game was different. I was like, what the crap happened? Because I didn't play season 2 on the like first day it dropped out. I like it was so weird. They added so much to the game. This is when the game really started to change the seasons completely. Like, it wasn't just the map that was changing. Like, they added new mechanics, and they added a whole new different theme. This is when the themes really took over. And this was really the prime, like, storyline of the game. And it was just the prime time for just the ideas of the seasons. This is why Chapter 2 is really good. This season right here is a perfect example of it. This was a super fun season. It did last a little bit too long, just like its predecessor season. But I think that this is one of the best seasons in the game ever. I don't think it's the best, but it's definitely up there. And then we got Chapter 2 Season 3. This was a fun season. It definitely wasn't as good as Chapter 2 Season 2, but this was still a really good season. I mean, like, you have so much changing in the game every season. This is why Chapter 2 was good. It continued to bring new stuff to the game that was really, really fun. Like the sharks, the fact that you could catch sharks, like, nobody ever used that mechanic, but that's so cool and it's funny. I mean, like, you gotta admit that. And it's like, there were whirlpools in the game, and the whole map was flooded, and you had new mythic bosses, and the shockwave launcher, that thing was stupidly overpowered, but it was really good at the same time. So it's really, really good that they continued to improve on the game in these stages. And Chapter 2 Season 3 was really fun. I mean, like, the charged shotgun, didn't like it, not gonna lie. Not a favorite shotgun of mine. But this was still, it was a fun season. It wasn't, like, really, really good, like it's like the last season, but it's still just fun. Like, it was summer vibe. It was just a vibe, you know? Like, it's nothing bad about it. It had a consistent theme. It did pretty well, and I just liked it. It was a nice, cool season. And then you get to Chapter 2, Season 4. Oh my lord, what a masterpiece of a season. This season was so darn good. Everything about the game was just firing all cylinders. It was so good for no reason. So much had changed in the game. There were so many new mechanics. Everything about this season, they didn't miss in any aspect of this season. Everything that they put in the game was good. The mythics were good. The bosses were good. The POIs were good. Stark Industries was such a go-to POI. Like, the Uni Beam was insane. Like, everything about this season was good. Gold Pump, the weapon meta was unbelievable. Probably the best weapon meta ever in the history of the game. And this is what the game is about. And that's another point I want to make. The reason that Chapter 2 does so well for me is because the weapon metas were always good. It wasn't overpowered and cheesy like the Chapter 3, Chapter 4 weapon metas that are just stupid. Like, this was good Fortnite right here. And, you know, everything about the season was good. Like, the Quinjet things. That was such a minute detail, but it was so cool that you could just drop there and get a bunch of good loot. Bounce pads were in the game. Crash pads, shockwave. Everything about the season was just so good. They've changed the game so much, and that's what was so good about the early stages of Chapter 2. And then you get to the next season. This is like the Mandalorian season. This season was okay. I didn't love it. I mean, it was pretty good, I guess. It was just kind of mid. Like, it wasn't great. This is the first, like, not great season of Chapter 2. I'm not gonna lie. The weapon meta was kind of buns. I remember I did not like the shotgun meta. I do not like the lever action shotgun. I hit for 30 damage more than any other shotgun with the lever. It's just really bad. And speaking of being bad at the game, I think the people that complained about the sweats in Chapter 2, like, as opposed to Chapter 1, is because they didn't take the time to progress with the game. Like, it's not hard to just progress and be able to hold your own in the game. And it's like, because of that, their opinion holds, like, their opinion's invalid, basically, because they haven't even played, you realize they haven't played the game enough to progress and get better. Whereas it's like, people like me and countless others where you spent time and you tried to get better and you tried to stay with the season, like, those are the people that have really had fun because you can hold your own in a game. Yeah, it's not fun when you're getting pissed on by sweats left and right, but I mean, it's like, you just have to take the time to get a little bit better, and it's not that difficult. If I can do it, I promise you a lot of people can. Sorry, I went off track for a second. All right, back to Chapter 2, Season 5. This season was kind of mid. It had the 0 point at the beginning, or at the middle of the map. Decent. Salty Towers. It was good. That was a good idea. Great idea, but just not the same. The sand biome, it was kind of boring. It took over, like, the whole center of the map. Mandalorian Sniper, I used it like twice. I just wasn't a big fan of this season, but it wasn't bad. Like, nothing about it was bad. I just want to say that. And then we get to Chapter 2, Season 6. I don't know who was in charge of this season, but they failed. Concept was great. Like, it was a good idea. I'm not gonna lie. It was creative. It was nice. It was a really nice idea. The execution was just so bad. Makeshift weapons were so bad. The crafting system was awful. The fact that bows existed and you couldn't stand in a wooden box in endgame because there were flame bows, stink bows, and shotgun bows. Like, it was all stupid. Everything about the season was just so bad. The primal shotgun was overpowered in the beginning stages until they nerfed it. Oh my gosh, it was so bad. Oh my lord. I can't say enough about how much I hate this. This is one of the worst seasons in Fortnite history. This season was the worst. It took 4 years to get good weapons. The fact you have to mine cars to get mechanical parts to make good weapons is just so stupid. Everything about the season was just so bad. I don't want to linger on it too long because I'm kind of messing up the point of my video. Anyways, complete miss, but good idea. Alright, and then they reply with this masterpiece of a season. Chapter 2, Season 7. I freaking love this season. Now, I'm not gonna lie. There were some parts of it that were really annoying. UFOs at the start. Stupidly broken. The parasite things. Those were stupid. There was a lot of things that were annoying about this season, but it doesn't discount from the fact of how good it was. Weapon meta was fantastic. They fixed the crafting system. They took everything bad about Chapter 2 Season 6 and they said, "Oh, here, let me make this a little bit better." And that's exactly what they did, and they made a great season. I played this season probably more than any other season ever in Fortnite history. Like, the fact that you could get a weapon and then side grade it to a different weapon, like that was genius. You got these little like nuts and bolts things from the it was just so brilliant. Now the railgun and the what's it called, the recon scanner, oh gosh, that was terrible. The railgun, one of the most broken weapons to be added to Fortnite, that was another one of the annoying things. Don't get me wrong, it was very annoying to play this game in this period, but if you got past that, oh my lord, was it so fun. And you had the mothership, like, it's ideas like the mothership. You get sucked into it and you play a mini game in order to get a good weapon. Like, it's ideas like that that make Chapter 2 so much better than even Chapter 1 was. Like, Chapter 1, the game devs couldn't have dreamed of an idea like that and put it in game. Overall, just a fantastic season. It was just so good. And then we close it out with a meh. Chapter 2 Season 8. This is where I think they ran out of ideas. They knew it too, because they ended Chapter 2 after this season. They were like, yeah, I think we're out of ideas. Let's just end it after this season. Let's not go the full 10 seasons, just end it after 8. That's exactly what they did. This season was a dollar store version of Chapter 1 Season 6. This was almost the exact same. It was a little bit different. They put some orange on the map, and they added some new weapons. That's basically all they did. Nothing about the season was that good. It wasn't bad. Don't get me wrong. It wasn't bad at all. But just kind of mid. You know, just kind of a recycled, off-brand version of something that they already did. Now, looking back, it wasn't the feel of the game that made Chapter 2 so good. It was the ideas of the seasons and the themes of the seasons that were so good. And it was the weapon metas. And it was comp. Comp really boosted it because you wanted to get good along with the comp players. Like, comp took the game by storm in Chapter 2. It 100%, it shined brightest in Chapter 2. And that's what made me want to get better at the game so much. And that's what made playing in Chapter 2 so much more satisfying than in Chapter 1. I know everyone's going to have their opinions on this. I get it. A lot of people are going to say Chapter 1's better. I understand. And to a certain extent, I agree with you. Like, I don't think Chapter 2 was better in every regard. I'm just saying in some regards, this was a really good stage of the game. And I think that not enough people talk about it. The map changed so drastically every season, and I love that about the game. Well, most of the time. But anyways, that's going to do it for the video. I just wanted to talk a little bit about that. If you like this video, make sure to hit the thumbs up button and also subscribe. But yeah, thanks for watching. I love you. Peace out.